Okay, students, so in week 6, the handout is fairly self-explanatory. However, I want to show you something that makes the adding of colors to the program a little bit easier, a little bit more fluid. This is what you see on the screen here is the basic program. I haven't put a lot of buttons. There is a button for drawing a line, but nothing else. But what I want to show here is that just underneath where it says initialize component here, which somehow I've wiped out my brace. Hang on a second. There we go. Just underneath that, there's a thing which says System Drawing Graphics G, which is mentioned in the handout. And then after that, I have declared a pen, a black pen, pen P equals new pen, color black, color dot black, comma 1, okay? And the 1 here is just the width of the pen. I put it here along with this. These are what we call global declarations, and that means they're available through every part of the program. Okay, so if you put it here, then you'll be able to do something really special later on, and I'll show you that right here. Okay, so one of the things I did was I double-clicked on the empty portion of the form, and they call that form load. You don't have to name it if you don't want to. And then I said string, and I said string pens, and then I just named the colors that I wanted: black, blue, red, green. And later on, if you want to add more pens, which you'll have to do in task 1, you can just put comma and then the other color names and quotes here. And then for each string, automatically, it'll automatically load into the form over here the names of the additional colors that you typed in there. And then down here, it says in the color select box, selected item changed. If you double click on this when you put this on the form, make sure you changed your name here to something like I did. I called it LSB color select. When you go down here, then it'll say switch LSB color select dot selected index. Now the first one listed in the box, the first color is 0, the second one is 1, the next one is whatever the next color is. Actually, you could go here and you could say case quote black, case quote blue. It's smart enough to do that. And then put a default in there, use it as black, because otherwise it'll be potential for crashing. Basically, the default says if it's not any of these, what is it? Okay. By doing this, then you can continually extend this, and all you have to do is change the color. You're basically just changing the color of the current pen, and I'll show you why that is useful in a moment. So p dot color. Okay, remember you declared p up here, and then p dot color is now color black. P dot color is now color blue, etc., 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 for every color that you can potentially do. Now, like say for instance, I've got a button on the form to draw a line, okay, and it's mentioned in the handout. It looks like this, so it's not a big deal. You have to have this first line in there just to draw anything, and then G dot draw line. The color is the first thing here, and it's in this, it's the color, it's the pen. Okay, if you just put in P, then it will draw in whatever color you choose. Okay, so if I run this and I click a color, like I can choose blue first, click draw line, and then the line will be in blue. If I click green and then click draw line, it will draw that line over top of it in green. If I click red and click draw line, it'll draw over that line because it's the same position. It will draw it in red. And it will do that simply because this selects from the current pen, and the current pen is called P, and this can dynamically change that on the fly. And when you're drawing multiple shapes on the form, you'll be adding them down after draw a line. Each shape, when you click the color name in a box, you can click a color, draw the shape, click a color, draw another shape, and every time you do that, it will draw it in that particular color. Okay, so fairly simple, fairly straightforward. So just so you have the basic code, I'm going to make sure everything that you need is on the screen here. Yeah, everything is there. Okay, so this is everything that's going to be either directly in the handout or mentioned indirectly in the handout. The handout uses the color changing by specific buttons. I just don't find that as efficient as doing it this way. You can do it either way, it's up to you, but this makes it much easier on the, I think it's on the extra credit where you have to do even more colors or something like that. So you might as well do it this way, and then it's that much easier. Okay, so I'll leave this here for enough time for you to stop the video, look at it, and then work on it in your own program.